Greetings, everyone. I'm back again talking about this topic, and you might be wondering what I got against people who are supposedly educated. I don't have an issue because, again, I feel that it is very important that we allow our children to gain access to truth and information, as long as that information is going to be used to make their lives better. So many people like to send their kids to school and tell them what kind of education they're supposed to get. And, you know, people have degrees, and when they come out, they're so unfulfilled. Yes, you are a lawyer, you're a doctor, whatever, and that's not what you wanted to do. And so I'm not about that. I've never ever told my children what to do with their life. I've always asked them what they like, what they're interested in, to find their own way. But in terms of gaining knowledge and wisdom and understanding, I'm all for it. But I want to say that in our culture, and we're talking about Jamaica, in our culture, you know, people find education as a form of social mobility. They see it as such, but they're not seeing the number of students that attend the different universities in Jamaica and come out and not able to do anything with a degree that they, owe or pay so much money for. Because again, it's nepotism in the island. If you don't know somebody, it's who you know. And so if you are well connected, you don't even have to be someone who went to any tertiary institution. So I'm not knocking, let me make it very clear, I'm not knocking people's, ability to go and be academically challenged. But I'm saying that people who are oftentimes are foolish. A lot of them are. And in Jamaica, once people hear that you have a degree or you are in a position where you went to some university, they start to honor you. They start to treat you like you are, the Messiah. And of course, these ones are always here to remind you that, look at my degrees, and look at my position, and I did this, that, and the other. And that's not how I know it here. One of the things that I do like here is that there are people with PhD and all kinds of accolades behind their name. And oftentimes when you see them or you meet them, you would never know. They're often so humble. You got to give credit where credit is due, right? Now, the reason why I'm saying all of this, I'm saying people are still complaining that they're being deceived. We're being deceived. How are you being deceived? How are you being deceived in Jamaica or anywhere else? People are telling you stuff. Even if they're giving you information and you think this information is false, the clues are there. The behavior, the attitude, you say one thing, but when you have these extreme measures, then you must know that it's more than just what's being said. And so in Jamaica, a lot of people felt that, particular person, who is so arrogant and so filled of bravado because of some experience or some position that he has now. He's lost his mind with tyranny. And the people were saying he's so intelligent, he's so educated. And I used to be one of those persons until I started listening to the man. And one of the first time I realized that he was not as smart as I thought he was when he talked about the time with Henry Morgan and saying that he was going to bring back the country to the place of Henry Morgan. He wasn't lying about that, because really you can see that now. You can see where that's going. But he said that was a good time. And I thought, wow, how could you say that you want to restore that period of time? It was the worst time in Jamaica's history, or one of the worst times. And, he comes out, and nowadays, every time he opens his mouth and speak, oh, he blunders. I don't think he wants to speak anymore. Now he's using his female accomplice to do the talking. But I'm going to show you a word And I'm going to allow Google to say it for me.
Blitz.
Right, that word. And I'm going to give you the meaning of it. An intensive or sudden military attack. A sudden, energetic, concerted effort, typically on a specific task. Major press blitz. Attack or damage in place of building. In place or building. In a blitz, news came from Rotterdam had been blitzed. So now we hear that they are going around the 14 parishes of Jamaica having blitz. And the people are actually turning up for the blitz. And then the people are surprised and shocked and in awe. I see a woman who has a very prominent social media platform going to one of these blitz, and the woman said that she had to go that day because if she didn't, the thing was going to expire. And I'm thinking to myself, if I went to the supermarket to purchase milk, I don't drink milk, but I'm just using it as an example, or any product, and I see that the expiry date was the next day, there's no way I was going to put that into my body. No way I would put something that I don't even know what the ingredients are into my body when I see that it has a date to expire. They actually told the people it's no good. Come get it before the last day of expiration, and they went. Why? Because they respect these ones. They listen to them and they respect them, and their respect for these ones are greater than the respect they have for the Almighty. Because how else could you allow someone to let you put something in your body that expire? Do you know what milk looks like the day before it expires? More than likely, any product that, a day before it expires. Now, if some medication, for example, before it expires, you might not see it coagulate, or it might not actually hurt you, but it loses potency. I understand that. So even in that case where it's not going to harm you, it's lost its potency. It will not work. There's no point in having it. As someone who is, asthmatic, and I'm not putting any claims to that because I don't claim any of these things, but you know what I mean. I use puffers. And if my puffer expires, I don't feel comfortable because, I don't want to have something that if I were to be in this situation that I couldn't save myself because this thing has expired. So all these words forever in English language, especially, all these words are at one point, they're accepted as appropriate or the norm, and then they change it afterwards and they give you another fancy, politically correct word, which means the same thing. This is why all kinds of terrible ordeal go on in the world, and people are affected by people's unjust ways, and all they do is just go and write something down on a piece of paper and give it to you and say, oh, we've changed it and this is what our policy is now. But ask these ones to bring it to fruition. Ask them, tell them how or in what way are you going to take that stuff from off the paper and bring it to reality. More than likely, they'd rather give you money than do it. Let me tell you, it's all facade. All of it is a facade. And so you have to have your own mind. And whatever it is that floats your boat, just go with it. But in terms of words, I listen to people when they have conversation. And like I say, long after the conversation is over, it's still playing in my mind. And so when these ones speak their fancy words, and if I don't know the word, I look it up. And I look up for another meaning that has another word that has the same meaning. And oftentimes these words are hidden in these conversations. And so stop making excuse to say, oh, I didn't know, or they're deceiving me. They're not deceiving you. They're just changing the way they say things. You just need to look it up and to do word association to say, why?
But
Why would you use this word? And so before the people head out, just look at this, that they didn't lie. They tell you they're going to have an intensive or sudden military attack on you using heavy artillery, sudden energetic, oh, it is so energetic, concerted effort, typically on a specific task, a major, press bliss, attack or damage is placed on a building in a blitz. Are you kidding me? So these are the ones who you're saying are intelligent. Are they mistaken in the words they use? No, they're deliberate because subconsciously the spirit is allowing them to reveal the truth. They don't really want to tell you the truth per se, but the truth comes out. So you can't live in denial anymore and use that as excuse that I didn't know. Make your choices, make them informed, and stop making excuses. And whatever we decide to do in our own personal life, let it be a personal choice. And when you make a choice to do something, you gotta live with the consequences. If I didn't know, I didn't know, or I wish I didn't, or if I had another chance, those are all curse words in my opinion. Okay? Stay blessed.